Have you ever felt drained, anxious, or uneasy after spending time with certain people? Do you sometimes wonder why, despite your best efforts, some relationships leave you feeling heavy and exhausted? What if the company you keep is affecting your peace of mind, your happiness, and your path to inner peace more than you realize? This is a story about a young man named Suri who sought the wisdom of the Buddha to understand why he was struggling with feelings of negativity and self-doubt. Through his journey, you will learn how to recognize the warning signs of negative people in your life, so you can protect your peace and choose connections that uplift rather than diminish you. Stick with me until the end, because the wisdom within this tale might just be the key to reclaiming your joy. Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by forests and mountains, there lived a young man named Suri. Kind-hearted and full of dreams, Suri was always ready to lend a helping hand, share a laugh, or offer comfort to those in need. He valued friendship and believed deeply in the goodness of people. Yet, despite his efforts to cultivate happiness in his life, Suri often felt weighed down by an unshakable sadness. Suri couldn't understand why. He had loving family and friends, a good job, and a peaceful home, yet there was an invisible cloud over his heart. He began to notice a pattern. Whenever he spent time with certain people, the cloud darkened. It was as if their presence pulled him into a storm of negativity, leaving him anxious, confused, and unsure of himself. One day, overwhelmed by these feelings, Suri decided to seek out the Buddha, who was known to be staying in a nearby forest with his disciples. Suri hoped that the Buddha could help him understand why, despite his best efforts to be kind and positive, his peace was slipping away. Suri found the Buddha sitting by a clear stream, surrounded by the serene beauty of nature. The peacefulness of the scene seemed to wrap around him like a blanket, instantly calming his troubled heart. He approached the Buddha and bowed. "Great teacher," Suri said, "I feel lost. I try to live with kindness, but there are people in my life who drain my energy. I leave their company feeling heavy, sad, and confused. Why do I feel this way?" The Buddha looked at Suri with gentle eyes and said, "Tell me, Suri, have you ever tried to carry a bucket of water with holes in it?" Suri frowned, unsure of where the Buddha was going with this, but nodded. "Yes, I have. The water slips away no matter how hard I try to hold on." The Buddha smiled softly. This is what it is like to carry the weight of a negative mind. When you surround yourself with those who are filled with anger, jealousy, or constant criticism, it is as though you are trying to fill your spirit with peace while their negativity leaks it away. They pull you down with them, and no matter how hard you try to stay kind and positive, the burden becomes too heavy to bear. Suri listened intently, the Buddha's words sinking deep into his heart. "But how can I know who these people are?" Suri asked. "Sometimes they seem so friendly, but I still feel drained." The Buddha gestured to a tree beside them. "Suri, when you look at this tree, you see its leaves and branches, but you cannot always see the roots beneath the ground, can you?" Suri shook his head. "In the same way," the Buddha said, "negative people often hide their true nature under a friendly mask. One of the first signs is constant criticism and judgment. Pay attention to how they speak. Are their words filled with kindness and understanding, or do they always find fault with others, belittle your dreams, or make you doubt yourself?" Suri thought of a friend who always pointed out his flaws, making him feel small even when he tried his best. "I know someone like that," he whispered. The Buddha continued, "Another sign, Suri, is emotional manipulation. Negative people often make you feel responsible for their happiness or their problems. They may guilt you into doing things you don't want to do, or make you feel that you're not good enough unless you meet their endless demands. Their words may sound caring, but underneath, they are only trying to control you." Suri's heart sank as he remembered how often he had felt guilty, like he wasn't doing enough to please certain people in his life, even when he had given his all. The Buddha's words were opening his eyes to the hidden patterns that had been poisoning his peace. The Buddha's voice was calm, yet full of wisdom. "The third sign, Suri, is that negative people often spread fear and doubt. They plant seeds of worry in your mind, making you doubt your abilities, your choices, and even your happiness. They may tell you that your dreams are impossible, or that the world is a place of danger and despair. When you walk away from them, you feel heavy with fear instead of light with hope." Suri recalled another friend who always seemed to see the worst in every situation, filling their conversations with stories of failure, hopelessness, and fear. Every time they spoke, Suri left feeling more uncertain than before. Suri's heart was heavy with this newfound understanding. "Master," he asked, "what should I do when I recognize these signs in the people around me? I don't want to abandon my friends, but I don't want to lose my peace either." The Buddha placed a hand on Suri's shoulder, his touch as light as a feather. "Suri, it is not unkind to protect your peace. Just as you would not let a thief into your home, you must not let those who steal your joy take root in your heart. You can show compassion to these people, but you must also set boundaries. Let them walk their path, but do not let their darkness cast a shadow over your light." Suri returned to his village with a clearer heart and mind. He began to recognize the signs of negative people in his life, the constant criticism, the emotional manipulation, and the spreading of fear and doubt. Slowly, he distanced himself from those who drained his energy, and in doing so, he felt a newfound sense of peace and strength. The Buddha's words echoed in his heart: "Protect your peace and choose your companions wisely." If you've ever felt drained or discouraged by the people around you, take a moment to reflect on Suri's story. Are there people in your life who criticize, manipulate, or spread negativity? Remember, it's not selfish to protect your peace. Set boundaries, choose positivity, and surround yourself with those who uplift and support your journey toward happiness and fulfillment. Your peace is precious. Don't let anyone steal it.